Your bitch want party with Cardi. Party in a Rari. Diamonds all over my body. Shining all over my body. Cardi got the bitch on Molly. Bitch, you ain't gang, you lame. I'm drunk in a lane. Go off the brain. No one saying insane. I got a chick on the chain.
What's up, Annihilation, and welcome back. Bro, why are these people so loud? Go away. Dang. Anyway, what's up, Annihilation, and welcome back to another YouTube video. So for today's YouTube video, I will be talking about, as you can see by the title, what is going on with all the HBCU slander. And you know, I just been seeing some things back to back to back, and you know, it's Black History Month anyway, so I've been seeing some things back to back to back, just that's making me be like, what is going on with y'all? Like, okay, so let me just start. So people have been saying a lot of complaints that you may or may not see online is that HBCUs, and the main complaints that people have for the HBCUs is that they don't offer enough scholarship money. They take a long time financial aid, and it's hard to get in touch with the office. They say that the people on campus are rude, or you know, like, people are bougie. You feel like it's a pressure to dress up every day. And also a recent one that I feel like is the most ignorant is that because they feel like being in an HBCU environment, they won't be exposed to enough white people. They won't be able to, like, you know, let me make sure I write this down. So they won't be able to talk to other races. They feel like they should know how to talk to other races in a professional environment, and they feel like they won't be able to get that from an HBCU. And I'm gonna address all of those. Okay, so let's start with number one that I brought up: not enough scholarship money. Now, before I even get into this, I want to remind all of y'all that HBCUs, first of all, they were made, right, because white people, right, they did not want us in their schools. I want to start right there. White people, HBCUs were made because white people did not want us in their schools. And yes, times have changed, but HBCUs serve to be the purpose of making sure that Black people are in a comfortable, safe environment where we can get an education that white people didn't even want us to have. They did not want us to have an education. They didn't. So we had to open up separate schools. I just want y'all to know that. Now, so in relation to scholarship money, that's a very real concern. A lot of people, they'll choose a PWI because the HBCU or wherever they apply to, let's say even maybe it was their first choice, but they will choose not to go there because they didn't get enough scholarship money. They didn't get enough financial aid or whatever. They wanted more from the school, more money given. They weren't able to get that, right? And maybe let's say a PWI would, and that's fine, right? Because everybody's situation is different. People don't want to be in debt. Cool, schmoo, whatever. But people have been online going up and slandering like, oh, well, y'all not taking care of the people, this, that, and the third, and y'all not helping us. And I just want to remind y'all that white schools have funding. White schools have funding. Black schools often get skipped out on and overlooked when it comes to funding. So for me, for example, I live in a college town. FAMU and FSU is here. But FSU side of town is way more developed, and they have things outside on the campus. Like, it's things outside of the campus. It's like an actual town for them. When you go to FSU side, it's FSU side. When you go to FAMU side, it's not FAMU side. It's just FAMU. That the school's just there. So the schools don't get funding. If you don't get funding and have extra funding, you will not be able to give out that many scholarships. And that's just what it is. And a lot of Black kids, because again, white people have generational wealth, so they're less likely to need aid, to need scholarships, all that. So white people's money, PWI's money, is freed up. They don't need all them people not hitting them up trying to get money. So when a Black student needs money, it's whatever. But when a Black student needs money from a Black institution where everybody is Black and everybody needs money, it's stressed. You cannot, everybody's not gonna get money, especially not if you don't have the top of the top, best of the best. So we need to think about that, because a lot of things I feel like y'all are forgetting is the fact that HBC, like, a lot of things are still influenced by racism. A lot of things still aren't developing, aren't going Black people's way because of racism. That's why so many schools in FAMU and Howard and all that, they're considered to be like one of the bigger schools, like campus surface area wise. But the smaller HBCUs, how much money y'all think they get? How much? The smaller HBCUs be the size of a high school. How much money y'all think they get? Be for real. And my problem is people are going online slandering HBCUs. Like, this is not the case. Like y'all like the people in the family that's like, whenever there's a conflict, like y'all go, or like y'all like that friend that whenever y'all get into it, you go out and you tell the whole internet everybody problems. And y'all doing this during Black History Month and even January, or really any month of the year. And it's just crazy to me because like the fault, like a lot of like, hey, take accountability for who you are as a person, because I feel like we've progressed enough in America to where there can be a certain level of accountability that's not just always racism, but a lot of things is still racism. HBCUs don't have money, and when celebrities donate, they donate to Howard. So HBCUs do not have money to just be given out. So I understand if you went to your PWI because they gave you more money, and that's valid, but I don't feel like we as a people should be discrediting what HBCUs stand for, saying, oh, I don't want to go to HBCU, that sucks, blah, blah, this, that, third, blah, blah. I feel like the idea of a HBCU should still be respected, because at the end of the day, we don't get funding. Period. We don't get money. We don't get money. It costs a lot to run a college. Period. And yeah, some schools do be overcharging, like Howard be taxing. But regardless, we don't get money, or we don't get the sufficient amount. Clark, I went and visited Clark, and there's like a whole bunch of schools, a whole bunch of colleges near each other in Atlanta. The colleges, the PWIs in Atlanta are huge. Clark is this big. Morehouse is this big, and Spelman is this big. The HBCUs in Spelman, Morehouse, and Clark are considered to be some of the bigger HBCUs, but they're so small they can fit on the same street. I just want y'all to think about that. I just want that to be thought about. Let me, hold on. And 2, hard financial aid. It's hard to get in touch with the financial aid office. For one, let's just be real. I know it's hard. It's hard to get in touch with the people at the office at the HBCU things, because I know I applied to college and it's hard. It's hard to get in touch with them. It's hard to maneuver. You gotta call 15,011 times, and that's annoying. And people are annoyed, and rightfully so. But also, at the same time, like I said in my previous point with the scholarships, everybody's calling. Everybody's calling because nobody has money. Nobody has money because nobody has money. Like, come on. Everybody's calling. Everybody needs money. And they need to do better with their systems. But at the same time, in an environment where everybody needs money, how easy you think that's gonna flow? Versus a PWI, only a few need money. Be about 10 of y'all in the office trying to get financial aid. They say here. But we don't think about this though. It's harder, and that's just what it is. And I feel like that's just what it is, simply put. Also, number 3, rude people on campus and feeling bougie. Now, I just want to say, coming to high school from middle school, I'm a high school senior, by the way. Coming from high school to middle school, the emphasis on popularity and mean girls and mean kids is diminished significantly. Because you want to know why? Because the school is so big that you don't even nobody know everybody. You're only popular in whatever niche group you're in. There's somebody that doesn't know you. There's somebody that doesn't care. Okay? So I say that to say that if you're around rude people, it's because you found yourself around rude people. You know how many people are out there? If you find yourself around rude people and you have a friend group, then you're the problem because you chose to be around those people. Now, if you don't have friends and you feel like, oh, I don't have any friends, like I barely go out of my house, out of my dorm, like I really stay in my dorm and I still feel that way. Well, that's again on you, because why are you so insecure? Boss up. Why are you so insecure? Get over it. Nobody's looking at you. Nobody cares, especially not if you feel like, well, there's always a pressure to dress up. If you don't dress up, then people look at you funny, blah blah blah. If everybody's dressed up and you're the one person not dressed up, nobody's looking at you. You probably fly under the radar because you want to know what they are looking at? The cool outfits. Nobody's looking at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just subconscious, and that's what it is. It's again your fault. If you find yourself surrounded by rude people, it's your fault. It's so many people out there. Go make new friends. Go talk to anybody. That's the real truth. That has nothing to do with HBCUs. That's just you. You are choosing to be around the wrong crowd of people. There's people out there living their best life with their cool, not judgmental friends, but you chose the most rudest people on campus. And you may even think they're popular, but I promise you there's not. You could go up to somebody and they wouldn't know them. I feel like the only way to be popular on campus is to be in a fraternity / sorority, or you already have a following on social media. You have a big following on social media, and even then, who really knows them people? You know I'm online, but who really know those people? Nobody. So again, not pertaining to HBCUs is you. Number 4, a professional environment. Concerned about the lack of, now this is the most ignorant one, because I had seen a video and I had tried to find it, but the girl is on a podcast and she's saying that she doesn't want to go to a HBCU because she feels like, and she thinks this is so smart, y'all, she feel like, well, if I go to a HBCU, I'm gonna be surrounded by nothing but black people, and I'm not gonna learn how to talk to white people. And I want to get to the spaces where white people are. We need to learn how to talk to other types of people, and and being around just one type is not gonna get you nowhere. And upon surface level hearing, you may be like, well, yeah, that's true. You need to learn how to code switch, this, that, and the third. But if I could find the video, because the girl was basically implying that you will not be able to learn professionalism from a HBCU, and that's simply not true. Like I said, that all serves back and goes back to HBCU's purpose. HBCU's purpose was to make you let black people have a safe place for learning. That was HBCU's purpose. That's the reason why they were made. White people are literally everywhere. White people are everywhere. If by the time you go to college you don't know how to talk to a white person, you've never seen a white person, that's an issue. White people are everywhere. Now, mind you, there's a school here, Family DRS, that people here go to, and that's mostly black. It's not really a lot of white people. So when they choose to go to an HBCU, then they'll go another couple years not really talking to black people. White people or people of other races majority of the time. But you mean to tell me all those years you never even tried to get a job, even just a small job, like a fast food job, like a restaurant, like a store, and what? Who was in there? A white person. I guarantee you it was a white person. Or if you had to jump around from interview to interview, who conducted your interview? A white person. And on top of that, I would like to also point to note that white people don't go out their way trying to talk to black people because they want to learn how to code switch, because it's going to get them places. White people don't go out their way to do that. They stay around their white friends, their white cliques, their white environments, because that's all they need to do. And could that be because they have access to more things because they're white? Yes. But another thing that bothered me with the video that girl was saying is because she was saying that white people are smarter with their money. And she said they're smarter and they have more resources and they know what to do with their money. Well, that's simply not the case. White people are just as crazy. They're just as crazy. Like, they're just as crazy. White people they're not gods. They're not Jesus. They just weren't bogged down by racism. They just weren't oppressed. It's that simple. They're not smart. They're not like some billionaire trillionaires. They weren't affected by racism because they created it. They have money. They have generational wealth. It's just that simple. Like, white people don't have to go as hard. They don't have to work as hard. They're not doing all that. So, and that's why it's so important for Black people to go to HBCU so we can uplift our own communities, so they should start feeling that pressure. Oh, let's learn how to talk to a Black person. That should be the goal. The goal shouldn't be to get closer to whiteness. That shouldn't be the goal. It shouldn't be, oh, what can I do to make myself more palatable to the white ear? It should be uplifting your Black space. So that maybe, we can apply some pressure to the white people and they can start being like, let me get in the now with what they got going on. So we can know how to talk to them. Let's see what they have going on, Or maybe it don't even gotta be that. Maybe it's just like we can just stay in our own bubble and we don't have to feel the need to go into white spaces to get what we want. Being a Black girl and being an unapologetic Black girl, and also at the same time, I'm not really, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm not whitewashed. Let's clear that up right now. I'm not whitewashed, but I'm also not I'm not out in the street doing whoop. And a lot of times when I like to wear my long nails, I don't have them. I like to wear lashes. I like to get my hair did. These braids go down to my thighs. I like all that. And when a white person sees that, they may think, oh, she's a stereotype. But I'm not stereotypical as a Black girl. I'm not stereotype. And I recently interned at the courthouse, and one of the things that I feel like I want to do, I like to be in spaces unapologetically Black and still show that, I can be professional, I can handle this, I get my work did, this, that, and the third. I'm not ignorant, I'm smart, I'm intelligent, and I can be unapologetically Black, like unapologetically Black things, and still get stuff done and still get to the bag. That's the goal. The goal is to normalize Blackness in these bigger spaces, these more lucrative spaces. That's why when people going to school and stuff, they still getting kicked out of school because they have locks in their head. That's ridiculous. That shouldn't still be happening. But you know what? It is still happening because y'all still trying to associate whiteness with success. Being white don't equal success. White people were never not gonna be poor. There is some poor white people out there, but that's just on them. I don't know. I don't know what happened in their family history, but majority of white people weren't gonna be poor to begin with because they were the oppressors. They had money to begin with. It was never an issue for them. It just never was. Period. So for her to say that, and for that to be the case, and for that to be the mindset, I know she thought it was a hot take. I know she thought that she was so smart when she said it, but she wasn't. She wasn't. Because even then, in a lot of times, your senior, your junior year of college, you're required to get an internship. You think you about to go into that place and not see no white people? The world, when you go to a HBCU, you're not absolved of seeing other races. Yeah, that's who you're going to be around majority of the time. But they're still there because they're still the majority. I think Black people is only the 30% or 40%. I don't know. But it's not more than white people. So you're not going to be You know, like, you're not gonna be isolated and never have contact with any other human race. That's stupid. And instead of bringing down black spaces, I feel like we should do a better job at uplifting black spaces. How about you go to a HBCU and you do something big, and then so that HBCU can be more accredited and people can start taking HBCUs more seriously besides black people? How about that? You know, how about that? How about that? Instead of going to a place that's already popularized, already solidified in the eyes of society, and trying to fit in with white people and trying to get on their good side. How about that? It's very simple. Now, again, like I said before, going to a PWI, that's not bad. It's not bad. But what is bad, I feel like, is the way people come on the internet complaining this, that, and the third, and bringing down HBCUs and saying, oh, well, this is why I didn't go to an HBCU, and putting out all these little reasons that I feel like is not really even thought about. Everybody has different experiences, and that's just what it is. Everybody has different experiences, and that's true. But I feel like a lot of y'all takes, or just the takes I've seen recently, are just not really thought through logically. Because this is just my mindset, because even though the financial aid office might suck, even though I gotta bother people to give me my money, or I gotta wait in line, at the end of the day, I didn't choosing to go to a HBCU. It's just because, like, a HBCU should still offer tact, but it's to keep you comfortable. And it's not even to be, oh, you need to be here trying to be comfortable in one spot, you're not growing. No. It's because people was trying to lynch us not even too long ago. People's grandmas, actually, your grandma probably was living in a very racist age. It's not that far away. That's just my opinion. Let me know y'all opinion, but keep it cute. So that would be the end of today's video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let me know how you guys are feeling, because I would like to know. It was really just a little rant for me. You know, the Anaia Talks a Lot segments, they're pretty cool. I like to do them. This was really like a little rant for me, but let me know how you guys feel down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and so love you. Bye.
Your bitch want party with Cardi.